Let's talk about the Michigan State versus Duke game that happened last night on ESPN. Duke, I don't know what to say about Duke. They are struggling. Coach K starts three freshmen, and Jeremy Roach, DJ Stewart, and Jalen Jones, and starts two sophomores with Wendell Moore and Matthew Hurts. Duke starts a ESPN top 100 player in Jeremy Roach at the point, who was turnover prone out the gate. Jalen Johnson scored with ease, but at foul trouble. Duke struggled when Jalen Johnson was in foul trouble on the bench to score. Nobody stepped up offensively. Wendell Moore took a bunch of long-range shots that he kept blocking. DJ Stewart kept shooting off-balance shots and missing them crazy. Brakefield off the bench played very well. So hopefully he will end up with more minutes next game for Duke, or possibly even starting. Jordan Goldwire played good. He should have looked for his offense way sooner in the game. He waited until like the last couple of minutes of the second half to start scoring. I think he needs to look for his offense. No suits he gets in the game. Even though he's a well-known defensive guard, I think he's going to have to look for his offense this year. Matthew Hurt scored some, but he showed he needs to get back in the weight room. He was getting pushed around in the post. Matthew Hurt is tall, but he's lanky. He definitely needs to get back in the weight room and bulk up for that body frame of his. Coach K needs to figure out how to use and play his bench more when the starting core is struggling or in foul trouble. There were points in the game where DJ Stewart, Wendell Moore, and Jeremy Roach were all playing bad, but he kept them in the game, especially Jeremy Roach and Wendell Moore. He could have took Jeremy Roach out and put Jordan Goldwire in for him, and took Wendell Moore out and put Brakefield in quicker. But it seems like Coach K was riding with his starting unit, thinking that they would pick it up and get something going, but it didn't happen. Duke lost the game because of a lot of turnovers, fouls, and taking bad shots during long stretches of the game. Coach K and Duke got to go back to the drawing board for next game. I think Jordan Goldwire should start over Jeremy Roach until he shows that he's not going to be turnover prone and he can actually run the team. Michigan State got off to a slow start, but started to pick it up towards the end of the first half. Marble House and Rocket Watts got going. Michigan State dealt with some foul trouble in the first half with House. Rocket Watts picked up his scoring in the second half, leading Michigan State in scoring at the end of the game. Michigan State was able to score at ease because Duke's defense was MIA on a lot of plays due to foul trouble and just not rotating over. It was a very good win for Tom Izzo at Michigan State. Michigan State is very talented, even without Cassius Winston this year and Xavier Tillman. He still got Aaron Henry to come back and pull his name out the NBA draft. You got House, who's the transfer from Marquette. And you got Josh Langford back from his injury from last year. And Rocket Watts is in his sophomore season, so he kind of knows what to expect now with playing for Michigan State and Tom Izzo. Michigan State overall looks good as a team. I think once some of their bigs stay out of trouble, they can be a team to be reckoned with. Overall, it's a good game. Good win for Michigan State. Duke has talent, but they gotta figure out how to make it work for them, though. I think that's the biggest problem for them right now. Coach Gay has to figure out how to get his freshmen to buy into his system and not play a lot of one-on-one ball and not shoot a lot of circuit shots. Jeremy Roach needs to run the team for Duke. If he's going to be the starting point guard, he needs to run the team. And even when he looks for offense, he needs to take good shots. DJ Stewart, in the first game, he came off the bench and scored 24 points. Maybe you go back to him coming off the bench and let him be your sixth man. And maybe start Jordan Goldwire and Jeremy Roach together. And maybe that'll work better for Jeremy Roach. He still needs to play the bench. Joey Baker, Williams, Coleman, and definitely play Burksfield a lot more than he played, because he definitely delivered off the bench. He was probably the bright spot for Duke off the bench. But again, Michigan State versus Duke happened last night. Good win for Michigan State. I believe they're 2-0 now. Duke is 1-1. Look forward to seeing who both teams play next.